It's just an ordinary day, and I've got two parallel lines on my paper. Now these two parallel lines create a few different types of spaces. We've got the exterior space, which I've shaded red. Here, I can shade that a little darker here. And then we also have exterior space down below. We also have the space between the two parallel lines called the interior. You know, this is just an ordinary day with two parallel lines, and then poof, bam. What on earth is that? Come on, I just had my nice, simple, ordinary parallel lines, and then this yellow line gets in the way. What is that anyways? Oh, hey, I'm a transversal. Now, when we make a transversal across parallel lines, we get now a whole lot of angles. Look at them all. It's going to be those angles that we are looking at today, because we're beginning the lesson with the longest name ever. Relationships of angles formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal. Now say that 10 times fast. Let's get us started. So we are having still, even though we have our transversal here, we're still going to have our interior and our exterior space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark a pair of angles, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions. So I'm going to mark this angle and this angle. Now, are these angles in the interior space or in the exterior space? Well, they're in the exteriors. Are they attached to the same parallel line or opposite parallel lines? Well, it looks like they're attached to two opposite parallel lines. Now, are they on the same side of the transversal or on opposite sides? These are on opposite sides. So these are what's called alternate exterior angles. Now let's look at a different pair of angles. Let's look here at this one right here and this one right here. Now I'm going to ask you the same questions with this set of angles as well. Are these angles on the interior space or the exterior space? They're on the interior. Are they attached to the same parallel line or opposite parallel lines? Well, because I see one side of the angle is attached to different parallel lines, I'm going to say that they're the opposite. And now, are they on the same side of the transversal or the opposite sides of the transversal? Well, they are on opposite sides. So these are called then alternate interior angles. Interesting. Let's look at another set of angles here. Let's say we're going to look at this angle and this angle. Now, are these angles in the interior space or in the exterior space? Well, they're in the interior. Are they attached to the same parallel line or opposite parallel lines? Well, they each have a side that's part of a different parallel line, so we're going to say opposite. Are they on the same side of the transversal or are they on opposite sides of the transversal? They are on alternate. So this is another pair of alternate interior angles. Now let's look at these angles right here. These little guys. Look at the little angles formed there and right there. Right here and right here. Now, are these angles in the interior space or the exterior? Well, I can see by my shading that they're both in the exterior. Are they attached to the same parallel line? Or are they in different parallel lines? Well, they're on the opposite ones. And are they on the same side of the transversal or opposite sides of the transversal? Well, looks like they're on opposite sides. So what this means is we have another pair of alternate exterior angles. And that's what I wanted to show you about today.